Around the world, countries are tightening their borders as health experts worry about the threat posed by coronavirus variants that are spreading rapidly and can possibly even weaken the effectiveness of vaccines.
I do think we should have restrictions because, we don't know how serious this variant situation could be. This is how we got into this mess, is moving too slowly in the first place. That's why COVID got so out of control in this country.
A more contagious variation of the virus in South Africa has now turned up in more than 24 countries, prompting Canada to crack down on travel. But unlike our neighbors to the south, we have not closed our borders to countries where COVID variants are fueling an unprecedented spike in infections.
This is a wake-up call to all of us.
Starting tomorrow, France will ban most travel from places outside of the European Union, and in Germany, incoming traffic will be restricted from a handful of nations. Canadians traveling internationally will face new restrictions in the coming weeks.
It is an area of active discussion from an international perspective to look at the impact of immunization.
But questions are still being raised by some experts who say strict new rules at the airport may soon mean you'll need more than just one of these to leave the country, but an immunization or vaccination passport too.
There's no question in my mind that, it's just a matter of time until airlines and countries ask for this.
This bioethicist says even though scientists don't know yet if a vaccinated person is no longer contagious, that may not stop sports venues, bars and restaurants in the spring from asking people to verify whether or not they've had their shot.
I think our government's pretty clear that they don't want to go down that road, and I can see why. But look, I think market forces will drive this very, very quickly, and it will drive it internationally. So although our government may not take this position, I do think privately it will be taken.
He says implementing such a pass would create two tiers of people, adding to concerns about how a travel crackdown may disproportionately impact some of the most vulnerable.
Anything that creates an in-group and an out-group is always very worrisome in society. Most of us as Canadians would not have believed that our country would go that far, that we're all wearing masks, that, we can't travel. But, this is the reality of the situation we're in. It's just so important these things be short-term and be reversed.
Caryn Ceolin, City News.